Hi guys, welcome to another video, and I'm going to be doing my almost everyday makeup look. It's a pretty natural, like, eye with a pop of colour underneath. I hope you enjoy. Before I begin, yes, I have this massive spot on my forehead, ignore it, and I'm going to be looking into my mirror, and I have a mirror here as well, so if you're wondering why I'm looking away, that's why. So I'm going to start with my base, and I'm going to be using the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer on any blemishes and underneath my eyes. And I'm going to blend that with my Fake Beauty blender thingy. Okay, and for a bit of coverage, I don't do this every day, but for a bit more coverage on this little spot thing, because it's massive basically, I'm going to be taking my Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour foundation with comfort serum, and that is a mouthful. Just going to pump a really minuscule little amount on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use, oh, where's my brush? I've got my brushes here. I'm going to be using this, like, it's an eyeshadow brush, but it's not fluffy enough for my personal preference to be a blending brush, so I use it for foundation, like spotting. Yeah, this spot's never gonna go away. I should just learn my lesson and not pick it. Okay, now that we are concealed and partly foundationed, I'm going to take my Miss Sporty So Clear. It's my powder, very translucent, almost like you can't see it. And I'm just going to dust that in the places that I put concealer. Basically, I dust it all over my whole face. This bit of hair is pissing me off now. I've washed my hair today, that's why it's all weird and flyaway-y. I'll fix it later. Okay, next for my base, I'm going to contour and highlight with my Makeup Revolution Ultra Sculpt and Contour Kit, and I'm going to take the bronzer and I'm going to bronze up my face. This is very pigmented. Okay, now we highlight, and I do 2 different highlighters because I'm weird like that, and I love the glow. But I don't do blush, but this blush is gorgeous. I don't blush very often because I have red cheeks. But taking a Duo Fibre brush, this is a new edition. I've only just started doing this recently. I'm going to take my highlighter and I'm just going to highlight my face. I only do it in those points. I'm not sure if it comes across on camera, but the next part of highlighter is one of my all-time favourite things, and I've been using it for like 6 months now. 7 months, we're in July. Is the Ultra Strobe Cream by Makeup Revolution. You'll find that most of my stuff is Makeup Revolution. Just going to squirt some of that on the back of my hand. You don't need a lot. I only need half of that. Basically what I did there was I just press it in. It's like a moisturiser, but now my hands are really shiny. Every time. Now I'm going to go back in with that concealer that we used earlier, and I'm going to prime my eyelids. Now I'm going to set that in place with my MUA Skin Defined Matte Perfect Loose Powder. This shit gets everywhere. It's like yellow, which is why I don't use it over my whole face, but it's good at setting makeup in place. Now it's time for a little bit of like eyeliner pencil. I don't do this very often, but when I do it. And I use the MUA Intense Colour Eyeliner in Jet Black. I'm just going to line my waterline. Okay, now is my favourite part of all things. I'm going to be using 3 different palettes for this. So I've got the Makeup Revolution Ultra Eyeshadows Flawless. Oh, it's Flawless 3 Resurrection palette. It is gorgeous. And then I've got my Makeup Revolution HD Pro Eyes and Brows palette. I love this palette. This is such a good palette. And I'm going to be taking the Makeup Revolution. Yeah, all my eyeshadows are Makeup Revolution basically nowadays. The eyeshadow palette in Night Shimmers. It's an all shimmer palette, but depending on my mood, depends on what I use, and you'll see why I use it. And I use this blue more than anything in this palette. Just gorgeous. And I'm going to be taking a fluffy brush. It's not clean. Leave me alone. And I'm going to use this shade, a really light shade. And I'm just gonna further set my eyes. You'll find that I will do weird faces in this video. Alright. I'm going to be taking, which one? I'm not going to use this palette as much today. But I'm going to use it in another video because I have another video planned for makeup. And I use this palette religiously. But in this HD Pro Brows and Eyes palette, oh for God's sake, I don't even know what it's called anymore. I'm going to be taking this really light pale shade. This one, it's normally this way around, so I normally do it this way. I'm basically going to take this one in my crease. And then I'm going to be taking, oh, I dropped my brush. And I'm going to be taking this one in my crease even more. Well, this one's like a transition shade, this one in my crease. And these two to darken it up. So, I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to take the brown shade from this palette really lightly, and I'm just going to run that through my crease. Right, now on my lower lash line, I'm going to pretty much use these two and then one of these shades just to smoke it out. Now I'm going to take a really flat looking blush thing, and this is where the fun starts. So I'm going to take this Night Shimmers palette, and this palette is gorgeous. It's got gorgeous shades. I love this colour. This colour's gorgeous and this colour's gorgeous. But the one that I use the most is the blue, because I take the blue underneath my eyes. So I'm going to do that now. Going back to this palette, I'm now going to take... Oh, where's my blush? This is a crease brush, but I use it in the inner corners. I'm going to take this like shimmery white colour. That just dusted a lot. In the inner corner of my eye. Next needs a lot of patience. I'm going to be using my Maybelline Lash Sensational Lash Multiplying Mascara in Waterproof, and my eyelash curlers. This is where I realised that I didn't take all of my mascara off yesterday, and it might clump up a little. Excuse that. Oh, open this. Matty's lashes done. Ah, yay.